Welcome to the Pilgrims Project.
Right, I've got about 140 odd level to spend, but that's because I'm on a private server and I've boosted it to hell. So I'm just going to level up to early 50s, so I've got about the average skill points to spend. And go into the skill tree, go for everything we're going to need to build the Galleon and some other bits and pieces. Then I've gone through building the shipyard, the Galleon, and then everything else you need for it. And I've gone through each step and exactly how much of basically the planks and the decking you're going to need. And I've done it so I've got like the numbers for like all the materials you're going to need to get the whole thing built. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through all that, and hopefully it'll be, you know, a little easier to sort of plan the build for you. Right, let's take a look at the skills. I'm going to level up to, we'll say 53. I don't know what people are on at the moment. With the new patch coming out, you can get like to 100 and something with all the discoveries, but I think on average people are around, you know, early to late 50s. So I'll just do that quick. We'll put a load in weight because we're going to need to carry a lot of stuff around. Get some health, some stamina. Need a bit of that. What are we on? 44. A little bit of fortitude. We'll go to level 52. I think that'll do. Right, skill points. We have 259 skill points to spend. So we're going to start off with the basics. And we're going to get water jug. I think I needed that for something. Water skin. No, we'll wait for that. Right, tools of the trade. Spear. Advanced tools, so we can build a smither. Yeah, I wanted to unlock cooking and then go down to the vitamins so we don't have to worry about that too much. So we've got water keeping, cooking, vitamin. That's only 1 point, 2 for that one, and 8 for that one, so we don't have to worry about that too much. And we'll go for tools as well, at least then we can do a little bit of gathering, and then we'll go for arch. Right, construction, we're going to need a handyman. You can get the 2 repair bonuses, they're only like 1 skill each, but we'll save that for later. First of all, we need construction. Weaving, because you're going to need the sails. Then you're going to need basically all the wood to deck out your ship once you're done. And then that takes you down to seamanship, and that definitely needs unlocking. And you could also do with metallurgy and go down to, you know, some of the other things, repair theme, but we'll save the skills for now. We'll check that out in a bit. Study of tools. You don't really need that at the moment. I actually had to go with the mallet, you know, for repairing, so you can run around and repair quicker, but I've not seen any blueprints for a decent mallet that's going to do it any quicker or anything like that, so we can lay off that for a minute. We'll go into archery, we'll get basic bows, we'll go for that so we can get the flaming arrows, ballistic, journeyman bows so we can use an half decent bow, and we'll go for steady aim. And that should do it for combat for now. Right, seamanship, here's the main one we want. So we want basics of sailing, you can build up to dinghies. Then shipwright, so you can build your sloop, you're going to need the steering wheel, all the basics there for that. Then we're going to go down to, well, basically we're going to have to research all the sails so we can get up to the large sails for the Galleon, so we're going to go through all this. And we can leave off with the cosmology and things for now. I'm sure your captains will have that sort of thing. So let's go for the small, medium sails. Then we'll go down to, that's got 3. So that's this 4 points for the medium. Then you're going to need unlock artillery, because we're going to put some skills in that. Gun ports. You need to put the dinghy dock down because that takes you right down to expert shipwright, so you can build the Galleon. You're still going to need large gun ports, large handling sails, large speed sail, large weight sail, advanced shipwright, so you can build the brigantines. Then that'll take you, because you need that one, goes in with the dinghy dock, so you can build the expert ship. And then maps, opening up the fog of war and things like that, it's more for your captains, and we're focusing on construction and being a shipwright and get all your building done for your crew, for your company. Right, cannon studies, we've still got 120 points to spend, so I decided that cannon studies would be probably the best thing to go for. So ammunition containers takes you down to the bigger cannons. We'll go for swivel guns because that takes you into that tree, and cannon studies. Bar shot. See, it says there, while ocean warfare may have started the same way as any projectile warfare starts, with the firing of metal projectiles, only on the ocean do you come up with such creative ideas as two metal projectiles being connected together by a metal rod unlocks bar shot ammunition. Basically what bar shot was for, and chain shot, you fired it high into the mast, and as it spun, the chain and the bars would just slice through all the rigging and sails and the mast. So when you come to engage another ship, you're thinking of like ship of the line combat, you exchange broadsides, but that rarely happened with pirates. They just prefer like really faster ships, like a frigate, and even the galleons were a hell of a lot quicker than the heavy ships of the line, and the big treasure ships they went after. I mean, we're looking at 50 guns on our galleon. Some of the big ships had like the first rate, and to the third rate ships had like 100 to 120 guns. And they were just massive slow gun ships and just pure designed to pound other navies into dust. So pirates facing a much larger, better armed opponent, what they'd do is they'd have the speed and manoeuvrability, and they'd get behind the target, turn their broadside to the stern of the other ship, and they'd fire their cannons through the back. So basically their cannonballs would tear right the way down the gun decks from aft to the bow. So then also you could like fire your bar shot and your chain shot and disable the mast from that position as well. And once the target's dead in the water, you can just loop around and stay out of the way of their broadsides and their main guns, and from that position you can basically get them to surrender, or you know, just annihilate the whole ship, tear it to pieces, and then go and loot what's left. So yeah, that's basically what the bar and chain shot were designed to do, just purely just to disable the ship and slow it down, especially if you're going after like merchant ships as well. That was another good tactic, just slice the sails off, and you know, dead in the water, then you've got them, they might as well surrender then, and then you can just get on board and loot it without losing any men. But we'll have some of that anyway. Right, big cannon studies, we'll take that. Def cannon reload skills and sighting, we'll go for that in a bit if we've got some more points left. We've got swivel guns, we're going to take some mortars, definitely going to have mortars actually. What do you need for that? I think spike shot, so we'll take spike shot for 8, and mortars. And mortar gun ships were, I don't think they were like really prevalent. I mean, the different navies did have them, I'll have to look up that properly, but there was definitely mortar ships. Quite effective if you had like 6 mortars right in the middle, you know, going down the middle of the deck on the top deck, especially if you're about to get boarded. Have a few of them firing over into their ship as they get close. What else do we go for? Mortar sighting, advanced def cannons, Gatling guns, don't really need them. So we can go for, now if you want to be a cannoneer as well, you got to get on your cannons and your ship. We'll go and study some of this. So we'll go for cannon sighting speed, improved reload. Where does that start off from there? Def cannon reload, improved cannon reload, large cannon reload. We're going to have about 8 large cannons on board the ship, and the rest are going to be the normal cannons. Like I said, we've got about 50 gun ports, so it's going to be pretty devastating, a decent broadside from this thing. Swivel guns, nah, somebody else can take care of them, we'll spend our points in this. Right, we'll go for some improved cannon speed sight and getting your cannon on target quicker. Large cannon sight speed, advanced sight speed, Improve sight speed, we'll go for that one, that one. What have we got here? Greek fire, liquid flame. Obviously it's a Greek fire ammunition for the swivel gun. No, we don't need that. Go for reload speed. It's going to be a major one, I think. That's it. That's why the British did so well in this time, because their gun crews could fire, you know, 2 or 3 rounds to everything that the Spanish and French could do, because our gun crews were just better trained, knew exactly what they were doing. You could get 3 or 4 broadsides off when they're only doing 2. You're going to just wreck their ship before they got a chance. And I reckon it'll be the same in this game. If you've got a bunch of guys that are skilled, you know, on your main sort of side as you're coming into battle, get all your guys that are skilled in this right on the cannon straight away, and you're going to be able to get 3 or 4 shots off into their ships before they can, you know, really retaliate properly. And we'll go for mortars as well. Large cannon speed. Oh, we've got 10 points left. We don't need that. Mortar reload. No, what else can we spend it in? So we don't need... Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. A couple of repair bonuses. What's that one there? That's 2. Improve repair skill. Successfully hitting the bonus when we're repairing. Crafting speed's more important, I think. What have we got? 5 points left. Crafting speed, 2 points. We've got 3 points left to spend. We'll go for repair crew. Repair skill. And at least we can run around the ship repairing things when we're in battle. So I think that should do it for now. We've got everything we need there to construct the ship and all the sails. We've got everything we need to construct all the cannons, because this gives you access to all the building as well. And basically that's everything we should need for it. Obviously if you've got more points you can go off and do what you want then. Right, let's get on with it. I will start construction now. Right, let's start from scratch. First thing you're going to need is a large shipyard. And that's built in the smithy. There, large shipyard. There's everything you're going to need to build it. And there is some serious amount of farming involved, especially later on when you're building the planks for the sides and stuff. So we'll get that built. And then we just need to go and place it down. I've put a little sort of claiming flag just out at sea to cover it. And I've heard people saying if you put these things too shallow, you launch your ship and it hits the rocks at the bottom and just disappears, or disintegrates. So just make sure you've got some nice deep water. If you're building the Galleon, obviously you've built the other ships, you're going to have a damn good idea what you're doing. I've just found a nice little spot there. There's a good drop off just after the beach. So that should do for that. Then once you're on your shipyard, you can click that and choose your Galleon. There's all the materials you're going to need to construct just the bare bones. Get all the ribbing in place, and then we've got everything else to build to go and put in there. There's all the materials. There's the start of the Galleon. And it is a beast, man, it's huge. Especially like when you've got all the decks and stuff in later and you stood like where the ship's wheel is, it just looks massive. It's going to be a lot of fun riding one of these things around. And that is basically what we're going to end up with. Right, next part, we'll start with the ship's wheel. That's just in there. And then we're going to need large decking, and you're going to need 6 of them altogether. Then after that you're going to need the planks. For the keel of the ship you just need the normal large plank sides. I decided to use 2 more in the actual you know, upper level of the ship. So altogether you need 24 of them. It's 11 on each side for the keel. That's all your numbers for that. And then with these gun ports, the rest of it's built out of gun ports, and you're gonna need 50 of them. So you've got some serious wood and stuff to collect there. And after that, move on to the loom, and you're gonna need your sails. Gonna go for 3 large speed sails. And we're going to go for 2 large handling sails because we want speed and manoeuvrability. The actual materials for the sails aren't too bad. That's something that you could probably build and keep on board extras just in case you lose a mast. And then 1 weight sail. I did put a weight sail on the first one just to see how much extra weight it could actually, you know, carry. It's because it does add to the carry weight for the ship. But things like that will go up as you're leveling the ship up as well, so, you know, I thought handling was more important. And then you're going to want a hell of a lot of rope ladders to get up onto all the masts. Right, so we're back over at the shipyard, and now we're just going to get the keel put in, which is your large planks. Get that done. And then the rest of it, like I said, is gun ports, and I put a couple of more large planks at the top. Just I could have put gun ports there, but I thought having a bit more room on deck would be a better idea. We didn't need any more guns, I don't think. There's the 11 of them going in on that side. That's your one half the keel built. And then when it comes to putting the large decking in, it's just like when you're building normal, you can press R and you can see it sort of jump into where it wants to be. So I was just finding the lowest setting. So underneath there, in reality, you probably have the bilge, ballast, and then the next level would be like cargo storage. Then above that you'd have possibly living quarters, galley, more storage, and then you've got your gun decks and all that lot, so there's another deck going in. And then from this end now you can start using your gun ports. If you see just on the right hand side of that one, there's the little square, that'll be on the next level up. That's your little gap for, you know, the cannon port, but that actually covers the 2 back levels. There you go. Right, and now we just want to run these gun ports right the way down the side. That's a full gun deck. All these sections that are open, you know, to get down to the different levels and stuff, I just put some ladders and a couple of ceilings in just to, you know, make it easier to get around the ship for now. But I'm gonna completely deck this out, get it looking really authentic, you know, like a proper old battleship. But I'll do that in another video. Just get this thing built for now. That's the 3rd deck going in, and you just want gun ports right the way down the side again. You got to put a few of these ceilings in dotted about where the cannons are going to sit. Some of them have gaps like right next to them. So with the back section there, you had like you had 1 gun port connected to that and then 2 more. So you've got like another 6 underneath this level. So you could have put another gun port in there, but I decided to put normal planks in. Like I said, just to give a bit of room on deck. And that is one whole side of the ship built. I'll start at the bottom again. Get the keel built. I'll speed this up a little bit. When you come to put step ladders down here, you can put the steps in and then put half step in, and it'll just bring you right down to the base of it, so it's not sticking through the ship or anything like that. Put your ceilings in there for your cannons to sit on. Right, so that's the entire hull in place, and she's looking pretty. Can't wait to get one of these things out on the sea. I'm part of, if you've heard of Jade Plays Games, I'll put a link to his channel in the description. I'm part of his company online on the official PvP servers, and he's got about 20-30 guys, maybe more now, and they've really been grafting hard, and they've made their own Galleon. He's got a load of videos up about like what they're doing at the moment. So I'm going to try and get online and do a bit of farming and, you know, pitching a little bit, and get on board the Galleon and see what it's like, you know, when it's actually out at sea or in combat. Can't wait for that. Right, I've got that first steering sail in at the back, and it says like they catch the wind and really help the ship to manoeuvre, so I've got one of them. Then we're going to get the speed sails in. So these are like the big masts, and then this one I wanted like a bit more in the centre there, and I put some ceilings down, and it gave me a new snap point just in the middle. So that, and I also love the way these masts go right down to the keel, exactly how it should be. Played other games and you just sort of plonk them on deck and it just looks daft. It's like you feel like there's some real structure to this thing when it's built. It's amazing. Got another speed sail in, and I'm going to put one more steering sail here. Now I don't know exactly how the setup works out at sea. Bit of experimentation, see how it goes. You know, if you've got a crew big enough to man one of these things, your whole company's on board, and see how it handles. That's another good reason to get online. But like I said, I'll get on and do a couple of hours farming and pitching a bit. I can't just jump on board their Galleon and start making videos. I feel bad. After all the effort they've put in, I've been watching. So yeah, that's basically where we're up to now. We're going to go and get some cannons built. Like I said, I wanted between 4 and 8 large cannons on board. So that's enough materials to get 8 built. To be honest, it's not that hard. It's not that harsh on materials at all. And then the ship's cannons, you want 42 of them. Right, we're back on board. Got your cannons built at this point, hopefully. And these larger cannons, you know, I thought if you're assaulting a fortified position that's on land or something like that, they might come in handy. They don't add much to the weight as far as I can tell. Once you've got them in position like that, just sort of line it up and pull it back till it goes blue. The actual gun ports don't open up the same way as the smaller cannons. When you open that up, the actual small cannon pushes out, you know, into position. The large cannons don't. Also, when you click on them to view, you sort of get a view through the deck that's above it. So you just press K, and then you can sort of see out, you know, where you're firing. And also wanted to test it in case it blew the side of the ship off when you fired it as well, but it doesn't. It goes straight through the hull. So yeah, they are useful, and having some nice big heavy guns on there might, you know, turn the tide as well while you're fighting. So you can put them on that deck, and you can also put them on this deck, just below. But if you try and place them any lower, I'll show you. It says like they're placed too far below deck. So if you wanted, you could have another 6 in there, depending on, you know, how you want. You could either have the punching power. You see there, it says too far below deck, but these little guns are fine. you know, you've got them big cannons at the back, so you could do some serious damage, or would it be better to have a bunch of smaller cannons that reload faster, you know, when you're getting more shots off? It's entirely up to you how, you know, when it comes to battle tactics. I suppose a lot of it early on is going to be trial and error, really. Yes, that's me, gone right around the whole ship, put in 42 cannons, and I think I ended up with 4 large cannons. And that's what your main gun deck's going to look like. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to get a load of rooms, corridors, put in loads of storage for all the ammo and gunpowder and everything. Yeah, and we need to name her as well, but we'll do that in the next video, and we'll do a bit of building on board and get her looking all shipshape. Yeah, thank you for subscribing and liking, and if you enjoyed the video and it helped you out a bit, and you get 5 minutes, just like share it around a bit for us. I'd really appreciate that, just sort of help me grow the channel. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.